Alrighty, here we are. And I've got Mundunugu. Mundunugu's Regalia on. Alright, so basically I'm just using what I have at the moment. I'm missing a few pieces of the build, but you know, it's pretty close. I switched a few things around. I did convert the pants because I wanted the helm, because I wanted Captain Crimson. So I converted the pants that I had into a helm. So I got Captain Crimson on. So I've got Voo's Juicer. I don't know whether I'm gonna stick with Voo's Juicer in the long run. I may just want to have the Barber here. The Spirit gains the effect of phlebotomize, and the Spirit is willing. That's not really all that great. So the only reason why I would have it is because Spirit Barrage damage gains 56% damage. You know, that's the only reason why I'm wielding it, and that is pretty good. Don't get me wrong, 56% damage, but I may want to have the Barber there and instead have something else here. Quite possibly Sacred Harvester. And I don't know, I'm gonna have to see how it plays out, but Sacred Harvester will double the number of Soul Harvest stacks. And I'll be doing reduced damage because I won't have that Spirit Barrage damage, but I'll be gaining more damage reduction from this. Plus I'll have double the number of stacks from my Soul Harvest, which is more intelligence and so forth. So, yeah, it's gonna be tricky. The other tricky part with this here is that the Witch Doctor doesn't really have a good belt. There's just no good belts for the Witch Doctor, which almost makes Captain Crimson, I won't say mandatory, but it's the only way to make good use out of the belt for almost any build. You know, I'm not using Haunt, so this would have been another good choice for a belt. I think the other one I have used in the past, String of Ears, but that just protects you from melee attacks. And so there's really nothing else good for a belt for the Witch Doctor. Now I do also have a Witching Hour. That's usually, it's not great, but it's something, you know, and it's one of the few belts that has some pretty good attacking things in it. But, you know, I could go String of Years. But anyways, to make good use out of the belt, Captain Crimson is just about the only really good choice. I could put the one that makes the fetishes on there, and that's alright too, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll have to test out some of these ideas. So anyways, I got Captain Crimson on there. I'm going with Manitou. Because, and I never really read the fine print on Gazing Demise, but for each phantasm I have out, it increases the attack rate from Manitou Specters. So I guess you kind of have to use the Manitou rune on there, which makes it cold based. So I want everything cold based if possible. Okay, now firebomb damage. There was something that I had. Okay, I'm going to be trying for a particular kind of setup here. So I switched out, otherwise I would have switched out that firebomb thing. That firebomb damage gains 12%, but I'm trying to do a particular idea with this setup. And so I switched out something else, and I just put it into Vitality for now. So I don't think it's not going to matter till a little bit later. I have to get the Barber first, and like I said, I don't have the Barber. So I'm going with Soul Harvest with Languish from extra armor, Big Bad Voodoo with Ghost Trance to give me some healing damage reduction, Horrified to give me additional 50% armor, and then of course the mandatory zombie dogs for my regeneration. I've got in my cube, I don't have anything else in my cube, so I'm just going with the furnace for now for extra 50% damage to elites. This is damage reduction for each stack of Soul Harvest, so that'll give me 30%. Ring of Royal Grandeur, because I've got these thingies on, and Ring of Emptiness, so I've got 300% damage to enemies affected by Haunt or Locust Swarm, which is why I've got Locust Swarm here. So I've got to make sure I'm casting that. And so I'm just going to give it a quick little test here. Okay, yeah, and I got Unity on for 50% damage reduction, Convention of the Elements. I forgot I gotta do that too. So let's just, I got Flavor of Time, and I've got Bane of the Trapped, so I've got to be somewhat near my enemies. Bane of the Powerful, I might want to use a different one later, but that's the only one I've got ranked up at the moment. And I've got Gogok of Swiftness ranked up to level 49. Help out my cooldown reduction for Captain Crimson and keeping that Big Bad Voodoo out. Let's just go test this outside here. I'm on Torment 13. Let's just see how well it does. Torment 13.
My strike is true. Binds you.
Okay, it looks like the Gogok replenishes itself. That's good, I don't need to do that.
The truth binds you.
Alright. Let me turn it up to Torment 16. I was kind of thinking this would be overpowered for Torment 13, which is what I had it on. I do want to test this out to Arachir. I would like to, if I can get the two. I mean, I've already got this one for Zombie Charger with Helltooth. It'll be interesting just to test it out. I don't think it's going to be any better than this. This is just going to do so much damage. Let me put it on Torment 16. Not sure what's going on. Come on. This is supposed to be coming up. Oh, it's not. Alright, I'll be right back.